What's up, sports fans? This is the Lucas Ross Sports Channel, and it's time to give you 5 reasons why I think the LSU Tigers will win the 2023/2024 National Championship for this upcoming 2023 college football season. We've given you some teams already here in these 5 reason videos. We've given you Georgia. We've given you Ohio State. We also have been giving you also some other teams out there. We've been giving you, all the teams that, we've been thinking that they're going to win a national championship this year. Yesterday we gave you Florida State. You can go back and watch that video. We've also given you teams like Alabama, Ohio State, like I just said, Georgia, and, some other great teams out there that have a good shot to win a national championship. But also Michigan, that's the other, team that I forgot to mention. So just doing these 5 reason videos on why these teams can win a national championship this year. Now it's time for LSU's. LSU's got a lot of hype coming into this year. They got Jaden Daniels coming back at quarterback, and this team is definitely getting a lot of hype after what they did from last year. So LSU, let's see what 5 reasons I have for them why they can win a national championship this upcoming season. And we'll start with the number 5 reason and work our way down to the number 1 reason. And like I said, I like to start from the bottom and work my way up to the top here in these 5 reason videos. Number 5 reason is going to be the talent that LSU has. The talent on both sides of the football is there for them. You could tell, they had that talented team from last year. And I kind of didn't expect LSU to maybe win, 10 games last year. I did not pick this team, to finish first in the West, and I did not even finish them in the second position either. I thought it was going to be like some other team in the SEC, but the talent is there now for LSU to compete with all the teams in the SEC West. It was obviously there last year, and I think you've got to put this here on these 5 reasons is just because of the talent they have coming back on both sides of the football. We'll talk about the returning production in just a minute, but this team can compete with the SEC West. They also can compete against other teams in the Power 5, group of, 5 teams as well. So LSU there in the talent is there for them. So that's number 5 here on these reasons why I think LSU can win a national championship this upcoming season. The number 4 reason is going to be the offense. This team has a lot of production coming back on the offensive side of the football. This team, returns about 81% of their offense from last year. And, of course, you got Jaden Daniels coming back at quarterback, potentially a Heisman contender perhaps, and also a top 10 quarterback heading into next year. He was on my top 10 quarterbacks list for the 2023 season. I'm definitely seeing him in that conversation. But the offense is definitely going to be really good for LSU. I think they can probably score some points. It was there last year when they were getting better down the stretch. It wasn't there early in the year for them. Maybe it's not going to be the case this year. I think the offense will be overall pretty explosive in all their games. I don't think they're going to be really explosive against, the really good teams in the SEC West, though. Like, for example, Alabama, perhaps. I mean, that could be a short-scoring game. But the offense is there for LSU, and I think the offense has what it takes to win a national championship this year. I'm not too concerned about the defense for LSU either. I know they only return about 60% of their production from last year, but they got some transfers to help them out, and they also got some guys that are coming back, from last year, and they got that 5-star talent like Alabama's, teams over the years. So that's the number 4 reason why I think LSU can win a national championship this upcoming season. That's the number 4 reason. Number 3 reason is going to be the passing game of LSU. I think we're going to probably see the passing game a little bit more from, Jaden Daniels. We obviously did not see that a lot from last year, but it kind of, he kind of threw the ball a lot, as the end of the year kind of rolled around. So I think LSU will be ready for the passing game. But Jaden Daniels, I think he'll use his legs a little bit too. He can run the football as well. And I think that's also going to be a big part of LSU's offense this year is definitely the running game. But the passing game's going to have to come either way because, Jaden Daniels just cannot run the football a whole bunch. I think we're going to have to see that kind of passing tempo that LSU has from last year. So I'm kind of expecting, Jaden Daniels to complete, a percentage about maybe 70% or maybe over 65% this upcoming season. We'll just see how the passing goes, though, for them heading into the 2023 season. But that's the number 3 reason why I think LSU can win a national championship this upcoming season is the passing game. Number 2 reason is going to be Brian Kelly, the head coach for LSU, just coming over from Notre Dame from last year. We did not expect Brian Kelly to make a huge jump in his first year as a head coach for LSU. We did not expect him, to make this team, make it to the SEC championship. I mean, and basically they lost that first game also to Florida State. We kind of were doubting LSU down the rest of the way, and after that Tennessee loss, we were kind of down in this team a little bit, but they got better down the stretch, and Brian Kelly got them motivated. Brian Kelly is the reason why LSU made it to an SEC championship last year, and they are also the reason why they beat Alabama, Ole Miss last year. Probably one of the top 2 teams in the SEC last year. And now it seems like LSU is starting to turn things around in their program. They're starting to look like that program where they used to be under the Les Miles era. So Brian Kelly is the number 2 reason why I think LSU will win a national championship this upcoming season. It'll be the first time since 2019 that they've won a national title. And also, it will be a first time that Brian Kelly's won a national championship as well. But that's not the number 1 reason for LSU to win a national championship this year. The number 1 reason is going to be the returning production. The returning production that they have coming back this year is really solid. 81% of their offense, just like I talked about it, 60% of their defense. That's not a whole bunch coming back. I mean, I'm not too concerned, though, like I said, with that, defensive side of the football things for LSU. I think they'll be pretty fine on that side of the football. They got talent. They got some transfers coming in that can help them out. And I also think, like I said, the offense will be explosive. I think, it will be really good like it was last year. And then, obviously, defensively, I think I'm really not too concerned about that position. But, I mean, LSU does have a lot of production coming back. They have 71% of their production overall returning from last year. I mean, it's kind of, similar to, Florida State's and, some other teams in the top 10. But, they do have talent. That's the main thing about this LSU team. They're starting to recruit well under, Brian Kelly, and they're also recruiting top 10 recruiting classes perhaps in the future. But, LSU, I mean, their path's going to be pretty tough. They do have a pretty tough schedule. They got Florida State to kick things off, in the college football season. They also have to go through the SEC West. They have to play Alabama on the schedule. Texas A&M, a team that they lost to last year, they're looking for revenge for that game. I mean, they got a pretty good schedule. I mean, like I said, it starts with that game against Florida State. You got 2 great teams with a good amount of production coming back this upcoming season. I think that's going to be the game that's really going to be the game of the week there in week number 1, so stay tuned for that game. But the number 1 reason I think LSU can win a national championship this upcoming season is definitely the returning production. And those are my 5 reasons why I think LSU can win a national championship this upcoming season. Let me guys know what you think about these 5 reasons for LSU. Do you see them winning the national championship this upcoming season, or do you see this team not having a really good season at all? Let me guys know what you think about these 5 reasons. Do you agree or disagree? And don't forget our official predictions start this upcoming Sunday, so keep staying tuned for those prediction videos, and we'll predict LSU's record down there as well. And stay tuned here for more sports content on the Lucas Ross Sports Channel.